Hello there, everyone. It is me, Shadow Leon 659 once again, and today I would like to look at a video from a YouTuber that I lost interest in, and he is by the name of PhantomStrider. Basically, this video is about him talking about the top 5 cartoons he hates that everyone else enjoys. And now, this is nothing against the guy. I just want to point out where he's wrong, especially when it comes to the way he talks about Ed and Eddy and whatnot, because I personally feel that he barely has an understanding of Ed and Eddy, and I just want to point out the flaws in what he says about Ed and Eddy for that one brief moment.
The amount of people claim that this is the #1 best Cartoon Network show. Really? We've got Steven Universe, Adventure Time, Johnny Bravo, Samurai Jack, Teen Titans. Really? This is the best one? The cartoon from the geniuses behind Brothers Grunt about the 3 kids trying to get jawbreakers all the time? Apparently, this was a true masterpiece by Cartoon Network to be remembered for the ages. I cannot understand what people like about this cartoon.
Well, to be fair, calling this the #1 best CN cartoon is up for debate. But the thing is, the reason why people liked Ed and Eddy so much was because of its quirky characters, its interesting animation, and I don't know, maybe the story and setting. Now, I'm not trying to bash your opinion or anything, but the way you are reacting towards Ed and Eddy being the #1 best Cartoon Network show ever, it's as if you're treating this as if it's like the worst thing to ever happen to CN and whatnot. And here's a thing, you keep praising Steven Universe like it's the greatest thing of all time, when nowadays, people don't really see Steven Universe as the greatest show ever made, because of various reasons and all the long hiatuses it went on.
The main characters, Ed and Eddy, are not likable at all. All the characters are just backstabbing and nasty to one another. Most of the time, they're just trying to swindle their neighbors into giving them money for jawbreakers.
Really? You are saying that the reason to why you hate this show is because most of the characters are unlikable? That is not a good defense of why you dislike a show. There are plenty of shows in where the main protagonists are unlikable scumbags. But why do we like them so much? It's because of their interesting personality. Take Dexter from Dexter, the main protagonist from Breaking Bad. Hell, even check out Light Yagami from Death Note. None of those characters were particularly likable, but why we got into the characters was because of how interesting they were. I mean, not everything has to be 100% A-okay.
Most stuff Ed's gonna eat just gets old within seconds. Even their gravelly, screamy, noxious voices just makes me want to put a fist through my TV. The entire premise for each episode is just, what's the make money from jawbreakers? Then they somehow lose it.
That's not how every episode of the show was. There were plenty of episodes that didn't focus on the scams and focused on the slice of life angles. Because it's as one reviewer once said, Steve Reviews, the Eds weren't particularly bad people per se. At best, they were socially awkward guys whenever they were not involved in any scams and whatnot, and they just felt alien to the kids and everything. And you saying you were grossed out by Ed's mattress, oh, you're another one of those people who doesn't like gross out humor. I can understand that, but you gotta admit, that scene was pretty funny and whatnot, and has been living rent-free in my head. Jesus Christ, and even the way you're acting as if it is as if it's the worst thing you've ever seen in your life.
He is one of the most obnoxious bullies I've ever seen in a cartoon. He's just a jerk because he's a jerk with no actual character development or reason. Part of why we like Nelson from Simpsons, because he actually has character, he has story, he has a reason to be a bully. But this bully is just the perfect example of bad, empty character writing.
Oh, the bully is a bully because he's a jerk. No shit, Sherlock. No. There is a legit reason to why Kevin dislikes the Eds so much. It is because they are usually trying to con him out of his money, one. And two, he has a rivalry with Eddy in where he is always acting as if he's better than Eddy at everything. But then, as revealed in the episode See No Ed, it's revealed that he's just as flawed as Eddy and suffers the many insecurities he has. How did you overlook that detail? It's as if you only watched like the first few episodes of the show and jumped to conclusions by saying, oh, he's a jerk because he's a bully because he's a jerk. And on top of that, he's also another popular kid. And why do the Nelson comparison? When did these two characters have anything in common with each other?
And that stupid plank kid! The first time I saw the joke that the kid drags around an inanimate object, I shrugged. But they drag this joke out every time we see him. And it wasn't particularly funny the first time. Ugh.
Dude, seriously, there is more to Johnny's character than him hanging out with a piece of wood and constantly talking to him. Plank is often regarded as an ensemble dark horse and whatnot, often regarded as a fan favorite character that many people like and whatnot. Johnny is kind of implied to be a schizo and everything. He is also seen as a weirdo in the neighborhood and whatnot. Hell, there was an episode dedicated to how irritating he was. And like I said before, it's as if you just watched the first few episodes of the show and jumped to conclusion. And the way you're acting, ew, as if to say that, oh, you're grossed out by it and everything. Jesus Christ, man. Get a hold of yourself. I mean, seriously, it's as if you're about to have some emotional breakdown, which I found more cringe than funny.
To me, and seemingly only me, Ed, and Eddy was an ugly mess of revolting mucus-like colours, dull stories, gross-out visuals, and unlikable characters. I have never gotten why so many people like this cartoon.
Oh, the animation is ugly and whatnot, as you were saying, with its mucus things and reliant on gross-out humor. I just noticed that most of the clips you were showing were from Season 1. The animation gets better as the show progresses. Season 1's animation was pretty rough around the edges. My god, like I said before, it's as if you only watched the first few episodes of this show. And of course, should I say, as if to say the animation in your beloved Steven Universe or your beloved MLP was any better. Eddy and Eddy kicks the crap out of all those shows and everything. So overall, PhantomStrider's review towards Ed and Eddy was pretty god awful and whatnot. It's as if the guy just didn't put any research in his video and everything. It's as the old saying goes, you put research into your own video and everything before you jump to conclusions. Yeah, so anyway, those are my thoughts on PhantomStrider and what he thought of Ed and Eddy. What do you guys think of my video? Let me know in the comment section down below, and thanks for watching as always. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see some more content. Shadow Leon 659 signing out. Goodbye and take care.